When you talk with entrepreneurs, they often will give you this sort of origin story about how they came up with the idea of their business, that they were in the shower one morning, they had this brilliant idea, kind of this eureka moment, and that they were the first person to think of this. But as you really do the research, what you usually will find is that somebody at an incumbent company in that industry already had this idea and concluded it doesn't work. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a problem. It doesn't mean that the entrepreneur's idea is a bad idea. In fact, it's in a lot of ways reassuring, because you very much, as an investor, you very much want to feel that the incumbents in the industry are not going to be interested in a young startup that you're backing. Having a company that doesn't have a model that works with the existing incumbents, that seems like a niche, that seems unattractive, that targets customers who nobody wants, all those things are actually a lot of comfort when you're taking a risk on a young company. And so we really want to, when we invest in companies, we want to kind of go in with the assumption of, let's assume that the incumbents in this industry have thought of this before. Why aren't they doing this now? And that just ends up being, I think, a really helpful kind of framing to understand that if this is going to be disruptive, it needs to look unattractive to the incumbents in the industry. Or, as a counterfactual, what could happen is, if you start to show success with whatever you're doing, they may say, oh, how interesting, Aidan, thank you for letting us know about this interesting opportunity. We'll take this from here, and they'll crush you. So you want them to have known about it before and have decided not to do it, because then as you start to succeed, they can look at it again and say, yeah, we knew about that thing and we chose not to do it. Do you remember we had a meeting about it? It doesn't make any sense. As you look at the examples in the Innovator's Dilemma, in the steel industry, the electric arc furnace in a mini mill was not proprietary technology unknown to the integrated steel mills in the US. It was not a mystery. It was not a black box. They could have deployed that technology. They chose not to for half a century. And in the meantime, many of them went bankrupt and were liquidated and consolidated, and others went through restructuring. So you want to be able to take comfort in the fact that whatever it is you're looking at is not interesting to the existing incumbents.